Dreamers Welcome Podcast.
Dreamers Welcome Podcast. We are back in the building, ladies and gentlemen. I got my CEO PESO, blessed and highly favored.
Yes, sir.
I have a day one.
Yeah.
I have a day one when the music first started off, when everything, we was working at UPS together. I fucking hated that job.
I know you did too.
I fucking despise it. But nah, man, it's very few people that you able to see progress, you know, just on the come up, man. Like my man's and seen me like when I was figuring things out, and we both got good shit going, bro. Introduce yourself for the people.
Hey, I'm Todd Smith, aka 1.5. Part of Beat Punishers with Blunt. Blunt still got it on all of his social media. My man Justin Gist, Teef, as some of y'all
Shouts
know.
out to Teef, yep.
Part of Star Money Click with Bad News. And as of recently, Adam 5 production out in LA, doing the movie and TV thing out in LA now. Man, I'm just been hustling, bro. Hustling.
Dude, you got a lineup, you got a roster, man.
I do all right, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Absolutely.
man, I had artists in Cuba that was dope as shit, but the way we had to go about the payments, man, was so suspect. Like I had to pay some dude. I had to pay some dude in Mexico to pay him because you can't do business with people in Cuba.
What the fuck?
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't never heard of that.
Yeah.
You can't do well, okay, it is Cuba though.
Yeah,
but,
it's Cuba.
So you out.
So we had to have a middleman to go about payments. So whenever he made royalties, I had to send the money to some dude in Mexico, and then he would forward the money to him. And I don't even know if bro got all of his money because I don't speak Spanish. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I mean, it was a roundabout way of working with somebody. You still handling
good business though.
Yeah. I made sure bro got
bilingual,
paid.
But you
Nah. I made sure bro got his money and all that. I even had him set up with a little record deal out in Maryland. And then I don't know whatever happened to it after that.
So what was his genre? He was rapping.
He was a rap, bro. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He did a couple tracks for me. I had them up. They was doing real well streaming.
I mean, what made you? We jumping right now, but what made you manage somebody from Cuba?
Bro, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? It's that easy. You know what I'm saying? You hit me up, and I like what you're doing. I'll manage you. Like for real. The rapper was kind of like an afterthought. He had a singer I was after.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Like the dude that was on the track with him was super phenomenal. And like I felt like dude could have been like the Mexican or the Cuban Drake or something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He sang his ass off, but old buddy didn't want to sign the contract, so other dude signed the contract. So I managed him for a little bit, got him that deal out there, and I was told to take all their stuff offline for the label, and then I ain't heard nothing from them since. So. Not my business now. I got him as far as I could get him. You know what I mean?
Nah. So what's the what's the stress factor of managing an artist?
I mean, to be honest, like, all right, so let's run down my roster real quick. I got DeMarco 257 or 275.
Let's get it right.
Yeah. I call him DeMarco. You know what I'm saying? So the 275 thing is the old area code.
It's throwback.
Yeah. So I got DeMarco. I got Blunt still got it. I got Bad News. I got my man Jay Hora out of Cincinnati. Shit, I know I'm forgetting some people. Tino, or Tom McCombs, if you know him.
Yeah, I do.
Shit, I can't think of anybody else offhand.
I
had some other guys, but they kind of fell off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I had a white dude that was out, that was from the city, that went out to LA and hooked up with Trippie Redd and some stuff like that, and he came back to the city, and then he ended up firing me for sharing somebody's
what the fuck
studio stuff. See, I got my guy out west too, my guy Jay Adams out west, and I do business with Jay like on music and outside of music with Jay. Like we're doing a TV music And, you know, we're doing a whole production company out there in LA, and we got some shit jumping off with that. We just got approved to be official Hulu partners with advertising and stuff, so we can advertise on Hulu now. So
with the music,
with anything. So if you need some advertising, that's 39.4 million households that we can get into. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, most people ain't got access to, you know, an audience that big. You know, we working on a couple reality shows, a couple movies out there. You know what I mean? So we trying to do some stuff outside of the city. See, that was the one thing, like when you met me, I really didn't fuck with people in the city. Like, I never really fucked with people inside the city. Mm-hmm. And then I came back to that just because of, you know, the headaches it was to fuck with artists outside the you know, the city, and people that I didn't have direct contact with and stuff like that. So when you're dealing with an artist out in Chicago or down in Atlanta and you ain't got no real nothing but internet, you know what I'm saying? It's real hard to make sure they're doing what they're supposed to be doing on the music end and all that good stuff. So
how'd you go about tapping into the city artists? Like, how did you?
Well, basically, man, it was for real, just UPS, man. I mean, shit, I worked with FaZe from Diamond Cut there.
He was there, yeah.
I worked with Moan.
Was I there?
Nah, you wasn't there for FaZe. Look, I got the best FaZe story ever. Like so.
Let's talk about
so FaZe was my guy. Pat was my dude, right? So anyhow, they had just came out with the shit. What was that? I Get It In.
Oh shit! Damn.
So you know what I'm saying? That's how far back I go. You know what I'm saying? So
05, 06?
Yeah, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So they had just came out with the I Get It In, and he was gonna bring me a CD to work. Well, he didn't show up to work, but I had the money for him. You know what I'm saying? So bro comes in with a full length mink coat with 2 honeys on each side. He called off work. But he showed
the CD off.
He came in with sunglasses on, the full length mink with 2 girls on one on each arm. Come in there. He handed me the CD, took the money, and bounced. You know what I'm saying? My dude called off work, showed up at work, dressed like a big pimp. You know what I'm saying? That was my dude, man. I love that guy for that. That's the best shit
great.
ever.
Damn, man. You talk about a statement. That's like,
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man, you call off work, you come in with a mink and 2 chicks.
Yeah, full length. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
my
full
dude,
length.
Yeah. My dude was getting it, bro. I ain't mad at him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He had 2 girls with him and everything. They was, yeah.
Man, so I always wanted to ask you this though.
Yeah. Your
infatuation with production. Where did it come from?
So look, so for anybody that don't know me, I grew up in Dayton Public, so I went to Meadowdale, Fairview, Meadowdale Elementary, Fairview, and then I went to Meadowdale North Mountain High School. So in 4th grade, my grandpa gave me a guitar because he used to play guitar, an acoustic guitar. Mm. So my mom was like, I want you to learn how to play this damn guitar. So she took me to school. Ass. Yeah, she took me to school and put me in the music program but they didn't teach guitar, so they did violin. So that was the closest thing she could figure out that was close to a guitar. So I started playing violin. Well, keep in mind, you know, in the inner city, violin ain't a very masculine instrument. Not at all. You know what I'm saying?
Man, like,
so
you coming back home with the violin case?
Yeah.
Like,
so
the clarinet.
Right. Saxophone,
yeah,
something like that. Yeah. Something more masculine. But nah. She hooked me up on the violin. But I was so good at the violin that the Dayton Philharmonics actually offered me a spot there if I stuck with it through high school. I had an open invitation to come join them after high school.
Yeah.
So, I'm playing a damn female instrument. So next year I switched over to drums.
It's not a female instrument, but
it's a female instrument. Okay. Bro. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm trying to big you up a little bit.
Nah, it's all good, bro. You know what I mean? We all got our beginnings. You know what I mean? So next year I was like, man, I got to do something more masculine. I'm getting made fun of at school, so I switched to drums. You know what I'm saying? So big up Not Peerless Price. I went to school with Peerless Price too. That's how old I am. Robert Price and my dude
wait.
Franklin Casey.
Price brothers?
Huh?
Hold on. What are you talking about? No.
Robert Price and Todd Price are brothers. Peerless Price went to school with us, but they weren't related as far as I know.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I went to school with Peerless since kindergarten. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah, so shouts out to Peerless, man. Congratulations on that career, bro.
For sure.
Yeah.
But you swapped over the drums.
Yeah, I swapped over the drums, and then like for real, like I grew up in a white household, bro. So it was all like AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, and Pink Floyd and shit going on at the house. And then I really didn't connect with hip hop other than through interactions with people at school. You know what I'm saying? Like they would battle rap in the playground and shit like that, and that shit really caught my attention.
I'm gonna say so. What was your first introduction to
music production?
No, hip hop.
Hip hop. My first introduction to hip hop was dude down the street gave me a Beastie Boys CD or a Beastie Boy tape back then. So I'm listening to I'm listening to License to Ill and Run DMC and LL Cool J and all the early Def Jam. Yeah, and then I started listening on the radio and stuff like that. You know, as most people do. Z93, I think, was the radio station back then.
Mm-hmm.
So
damn, it was Z93.
Yeah, so that got me introduced into hip hop, and I just love the music. I love the artistry of it. So I would say, like probably around high school, I started writing rhymes, and after I graduated high school, I went to college, and I managed. This was my first dip into management. I went to a Christian college, Mount Vernon Nazarene, up past Columbus in Mount Vernon, Ohio, and I managed my dude Sean Wren and my dude Phil from West Virginia. But Phil was a big Christian musician. Anyway, he was like in a boy band back in the mid '90s that was getting radio spins and stuff like that. So I tried to manage him a little bit.
But you was trying to be an artist at first as well?
Yeah, I was still writing. You know what I'm saying? I was still writing. So I went to college to be a youth minister, bro. So that's what I went to college for.
Yo, your history is crazy.
Right. So I went to school to be a youth minister, and then I ended up partying myself out of school. I hooked up with people. We'd go to Miami on the weekends and just get drunk. We go to Ohio State.
Ohio.
Yeah. So we're driving down. Everybody's got a homie that goes somewhere. So so we go Ohio University, get fucked up down there. Ohio State, get fucked up there. Miami, get fucked up, and then I ended up partying myself out half a semester in.
But did you see a benefit from that? Like,
from partying?
Yeah, like, did you network or anything, or?
Nah, I was just getting fucked up, bro. Like, I'm 19. I'm 19. I just got out the house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I was living life. You know what I mean? So I was. It was all about getting fucked up and bitches back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was pretty much the life right there. And then I got kicked out, and the reality smacked me in the face. I had to go get a factory job. So my ass was working in Chrysler. And while I'm at Chrysler, I just got like a little karaoke machine at the house, and I'm, rapping rhymes into that or whatever. And I had it in the tape deck at work, and I went to my dude Jeff. He went to Troutwood, but he's a little older than you, my man.
Shouts out to the Rams.
Yeah, right. So so my guy Jeff heard my tape and was like, "Yo, who's this?" And I was like, "Oh, that's me." He was like, "Shit." He was like, "Let me have that." So I'm like, "All right, whatever. It's throwaway shit." So he takes it, comes back with some dude named Mick Funk from Springfield. So Mick had done some time up in what's that that big prison up there by Columbus, Mansfield. Yeah. He did some prison time in Mansfield for attempted murder or something. He did 20 years, whatever the case was. So Mick produced music. So Mick was
so he got a hold of your tape.
Yeah, he got it. For my man Jeff was friends with Mick. So he gave Mick the CD, and Mick listened to it and was like, "Yo, I want to work with bro." So then he brought him down to meet me or whatever, and he was like, "But you're white," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know." You know what I'm saying? He was like, "Oh, I thought you was a black dude from your tape." You know what I'm saying? And I was like, "Nah." I was
from
like,
this city of
yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
so anyhow, he ends up finding us a little studio up there. So we going into a little home studio recording.
Up in Mansfield?
No, up in Springfield.
Oh, okay.
He was home. He was home at this point.
All right.
He had been home a couple years at that point. But we just started recording some music up there or whatever, and this is reel to reel. We was recording on reel to reel. So I'd show up at the studio at 8 a.m. and not get out till 8 or 9 the next morning. You know what I'm saying?
That's the reel to reel recording?
Yeah. So what a lot of people
is
it's the big reel of tape. And when you would mess up, they'd have to go through and splice the tape.
Holy shit, bro.
So it was like more time consuming. And then not only that, we would make
Okay,
the beat.
so how long did it take to make one song?
Realistically, probably about 24 hours. But that was them making the beat. And then it would take, you know what I'm saying? Like we had the TR 808 and the 909. Anyhow, they had some crazy ass equipment I ain't never seen in my life. You know what I'm saying?
But man,
so,
bro, just to say it took 24 hours up
for
one song.
Yeah. So I was tired as fuck, bro. I'd be in the studio at 4 a.m. recording, and you know what I mean. So, but it paid off pretty well for me because they took a couple of songs I had and played it over at the Black Cultural Festival over in Indianapolis.
Man, shouts out to Black Cultural Fest, man.
Right. Bring that back, right?
Yeah, hell yeah. I don't know what they doing wrong, but goddamn
I don't know. So they played it over there, and it caught the attention of an A&R from LaFace. So this is like 97.
Babyface label.
Yeah, Babyface and L.A. Reid's label.
Yep.
Yeah, so this A&R was like, yo, I like whoever was on the music. You know what I'm saying? So let's set something up. We got Too Short is touring with Outkast. You know, they're going to be hitting up there in Dayton at the Nutter Center.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll slide you some tickets. So I'm like, all right, bet. So we got a couple backstage tickets to go there. We walk in. A&R walks up, daps my man Mick. He's like, yo, who's the rapper? And they all point at me. And he's like, white dude? He's like, yeah, white dude. And he was like, look, bro. He came up. He was like, look, bro. Hit me on the thing like that. It was like, man, I can't do shit with you. And I'm like, what do you mean you can't do shit with me?
Because you was white?
Yeah, because think about it. Eminem hadn't dropped yet.
Yeah, and the last white person was what?
Vanilla Ice, right. Yeah. So he was like,
so fucked up,
he was like, I can't market you, bro. And he was like, just being real with you. Like, there's just nothing I can do for you. Like, your shit's dope. Maybe be a ghostwriter. He was like, hell, be honest with you, all the beats we rap on, white boys be making those. The engineers are all white boys. He was like, maybe get behind the boards, maybe make some beats, you know, but this ain't gonna be it for you, bro. But there's other lanes in the music industry for someone like you. So at first, you know what I mean, like I was like, man, fuck this dude, you know.
Right.
But it was probably
discouraging a motherfucker.
Yeah, but it was probably the realest advice anybody had ever gave me. You know what I'm saying? Like it hurt my feelings at the time, and you know I was kind of pissed off about it. But you know, a couple years go by, and I'm really thinking like, damn, maybe I should start making beats. You know, so that's why I hooked up with this dude in Trotwood, and he started showing me how to make beats, and I'm like, oh shit, this is easy. You know what I mean? So I started making beats. Next thing you know, I'm on SoundClick. I'm making 10 G's a month off of leasing beats.
Man. Okay, so you was taking, well, not taking advantage, but you was at the prime of like when leasing beats was a thing. Like,
yeah, I was there before Superstar O and those guys was there. I had
because I feel like that's when I got introduced to SoundClick when it was Vibe,
they was
Johnny Giuliano.
Vibe was just starting out when I was getting out of SoundClick.
Okay.
So I remember like Soldier Boy on there. He was annoying as fuck. Shouts out to Soldier Boy.
It was something.
No. Soldier Boy was trying to get free beats. Is what Soldier Boy was doing on there.
Oh.
He was trying to get free beats. I don't know how old bro was. He was 12 or 13. something like that at the time, maybe a little younger.
Why you say he was annoying?
No, just because he was always in the chats and shit. Just like, you know what I mean? They had like a chat room, and they get in there and they do battles. You do beat battles against other producers, and then they do rap battles, and people would judge it and stuff like that. So it was a real dope-ass community for musicians, and I grew a lot from it. But I just got tired of dealing with some of these online artists that would lease a beat. And back then, it was just PayPal. Like, you didn't have Cash App or nothing like that.
Yeah.
So either they was Western Union you some money, sending you a check through the mail, or it was PayPal.
Yeah.
And then what would happen is they would lease a beat through you. You would send the shit, and then they would dispute the charge. So now your hands up, you got thumbs up your ass. You got to prove that, you know what I mean, you supplied this person.
That was a finesse?
Yeah, that was the finesse back then. So I was just like, man, you know, I'm tired of dealing with this shit. So I just took my shit offline, quit selling beats online. I just started fucking with artists, like on a personal level.
I'm about to say, so getting onto the personal level with it.
Yeah.
Was it like a huge slowdown?
Oh yeah. By far,
you going from
because I'm going from
internet
making
savvy to
I'm going from making lots of money just on that. But I will say the one thing that really I was blessed about with SoundClick was I hooked up with a dude named Scirocco Jones. And if you don't know who Scirocco is, Scirocco was a big deal in the music industry as far as production goes because he's worked with Michael Jackson. He worked with Boyz II Men. He worked with Quincy Jones. He worked with a lot of big name artists, bro. He did BET Comic View music. He's the guy that did the score for it. Yeah. He did Sonic the Hedgehog's music for Sega with Michael Jackson. Yeah. So he hit me a lot of him and shout out to Dante Chestnut from Organized Noise. Those guys really hit me a lot to the business. You know what I mean? So
man, if y'all don't know, man, I've been knowing this nigga for a minute, but
yeah.
I didn't know you was that tapped in. Like you always been so like business savvy with music, or you like coast through it. Like you just know what you're doing.
Yeah. So that's the thing, bro. Like I just had a lot of OGs like in the industry that kind of taught me shit as I went. You know what I mean? Like they didn't really tell me the game, but they kind of laid some. You know what I mean? Like they left you breadcrumbs to where you could find it.
But I feel like you did that to us too, me and Blunt, because we was there with you.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you definitely led some breadcrumbs. Like you just was very like savvy of like like the industry level of it. Because when I met you Darren is probably like 10, 12 years in the game. Yeah.
So I mean, look, UPS pays a lot of money, bro. I'm making $42 an hour. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, man.
So music to me is like. That's why I don't go at people so hard with money. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't charge for people to record with me. I don't charge for my beats. You know why? Because I got money. I don't need their money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Use that shit to market your music. You know what I'm saying? Give me some points on it. You know what I mean?
Man, bro, you need to do a TED Talk.
You're right.
This is you explaining it on this platform. But.
See, so I mean, and that's the thing. Like a lot of people from the city, I don't think really takes me serious because I'm from the city. You know what I'm saying?
And you low key.
Yeah,
if I'm being honest, like
if you know me,
to yourself.
Yeah, if you know me, you know me. If you don't know me, you've probably heard about me, and if you ain't heard about me, you will after this. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So like, so, I mean, there was a point in time where my man Scirocco had hit me up like, yo, I got you this opportunity, but it's down here in Atlanta. And I'm like, all right, well, what is it? And he was like, it's an internship job. So I'm like, all right, bet, what is it? You know what I'm saying? He was like, it'd be interning for Alvin Spites in Dallas, Austin. So if you don't know who they are, they're the guys that mixed and mastered everything that came out of Atlanta from
Dallas,
TLC, Outkast. Alvin Spites did most of the work.
Yeah, well, I'm more Dallas.
Yeah,
Dallas
most
Austin,
people
though.
know Dallas
Yeah.
Austin because of the name. Now, Dallas Austin did some good work, you know what I'm saying? But Alvin Spites was the guy behind the guy, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't as famous, but he did a lot of work. Like he did the, you remember the Tennessee? Tennessee. You remember that song?
What was that?
Ah, shit, I can't think of the names offhand. It's been so long ago. But I remember,
I've had to heard it like
you know, everybody's heard it, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They play the shit. Mr. Wendell was the same group.
Mr. Wendell.
Yeah, that was the same group.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he mixed that shit, right? So when that shit came out, it was so different than anything that was out. Like he didn't have no reference.
What was that like 07,
Mixing
08?
Nah, that was like back in the late 90s, maybe mid 90s. I mean, that song still gets radio play. I hear it on the radio all the time.
It's hitting me, but yeah, we gotta do a Google search on that. Though.
Yeah. Definitely do that. But yeah, I mean, I had an opportunity to go down there and intern with them. Problem was the money was like $30,000 less than what I was making at UPS. So, I mean, you know, I can't tell my wife and 2 kids at the time, hey, we're gonna go down to Atlanta and take a shot at this, and then, you know what I mean. So it was kind of like at the time, like I kind of wished I wasn't attached, but at the same point in time, like I love my wife and kids, like so I don't wish that on nothing. But there were some opportunities that definitely have came my way that I've had to pass up because of responsibilities at home.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So that's what you know, like for instance, Mo Beats. R.I.P. Mo Beats. Mo Beats was a dope individual. So how I got introduced to a lot of city artists was my man Xavier and his wife now Ebony rap together, and they had a little group. Well, they didn't like how I mixed because I wasn't very good at mixing. They were the first people that I tried to engineer for. You know what I'm saying?
You was at a Mo spot.
Yeah, down there at the lab when it was on Dryden.
Dryden.
Yeah, when it was on Dryden. But we didn't fuck with Mo. We fuck with Taiwan. So Taiwan and Dre Meezy. So
Dre Meezy.
Yeah. Those are my guys. That's who I bought my first Pro Tools set from back in 05,
That's
04.
Dre,
you know what
man.
I'm saying?
Damn.
Yeah. Dre's my guy. So we would go in there and record with Taiwan, and then that's how I met DeMarco.
Taiwan is Dre's brother.
Yeah, Dre's brother.
Yep.
So that's how I met DeMarco. I met Mo that way. And I remember a lot of people may not know this story, but Mo was trying to get rock artists into his studio because he was losing money to studios over in Richmond and Indianapolis and stuff like that. And he was trying to get more rock artists in. So I was in a session, and he came out and was like, hey, let me holler at you for a minute. And I'm like, all right, bet. So he takes me into the big room, and we're sitting there, and he was like, man, how would you like to like a job here? And I was like, damn, I mean, that'd be dope. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, look, this is what I need you to do. He goes, I need a white face in this chair. And he was like, you know, I'm not on the racist shit or nothing, but I'm losing money by not being able to book rock artists.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So
basically, I was just supposed to be the dummy that pushes buttons. You know what I mean? Records
not
them.
Dummy.
Well, you know what I'm saying. I was just supposed to be. I was supposed to be the face card to get those people in there so that he would mix them, and then eventually he was I'm the dude that makes you. You know what I'm saying? That was the plan. So that was the plan, but I never did take that up either, because that was going to be some shit that I was going to make less money on, because the studio gets 50 right off the top. You know what I'm saying? And then I would have had to charge people like 70, almost 80 bucks.
Then,
yeah, $80 an hour
just
to make what I was making at the day job.
Mo offered me an engineering spot up there, but I couldn't make sense with the numbers though.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like the numbers just wasn't like, let's face it, man. Dayton people are kind of cheap. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, they're cheap bastards.
They're cheap as fuck. So they don't want to go in there and spend $100 an hour on a studio session. You know what I'm saying?
And at that time, it was like
that was 05-ish.
Yeah, they.
You know what I'm saying?
Like they wasn't. Which that's the reason I built my studio in my grandma's garage, because it was just like all right, nobody wants to pay.
Yeah, shouts out to Trendset, bro.
Yeah. Shouts out to Trendset Music,
MySpace
man.
days, yeah.
Gates, man, that was a good time.
Shit, man, you had so many people in Trendset.
Yeah, bro. I would like to say we was the first Young Money.
Yeah,
I had like 9 artists.
Let's go down that roster, bro. Like, I'll tell you who I've worked with out of that.
Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You tell me who's on the roster. I'll tell you
Okay.
if I worked with.
Obviously, shouts out to D-Shani.
I worked with Deshani.
QB. Shouts out to Money Man. Shouts out to Young Talk. Shouts out to Versatile. Shouts out to Sean Rob. Shouts out to fuck, who am I missing?
I don't know.
Fuck, man. Man.
I messed with Deshani for a little bit.
Yeah, D-Shani was.
Yeah. And then I want to say it was Blaze in it.
Oh, Blaze.
Yeah. I fuck
Shouts
with
out
Blaze.
to Blaze.
Blaze is the homie.
Young Blaze. Yeah, that's my
Young
guy.
Blaze.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was early days, man.
Yeah. Blaze is my guy.
Trendset was definitely I don't know, man, ahead of his time.
Yeah, it was. I think if you guys would have had a better studio situation with the music you guys was putting out, you would have been. No, not that.
Vouch for that, because I was recording everybody. Our studio situation was good. It was managing 9 people.
Yeah, that guy probably.
Like I was losing sleep mixing.
No shit.
Like, bro, like I was mixing everybody around the clock. Like I was on some like Rockefeller Just Blaze shit. But
okay. Yeah.
But the managerial situation was just like, man, it got overwhelming.
Well, I stayed corrected. It was,
well,
it's all good. I wasn't throwing no shots at you.
Nah, hell nah.
But
you had to be there to see it. Like,
I wasn't there for the Trendset stuff. I wasn't a cool guy back then.
Oh,
to y'all.
Shut
so,
up.
but yeah, man. Shouts out to all you guys, Railroad, all you guys, man. Jason Hampton, all you guys been doing some big shit.
Railroad,
I respect
for sure.
that. Yeah.
You just made me feel bad. I ain't mentioned Railroad. You just made
it's
me
all
feel
good,
bad.
bro. Like I didn't know Railroad.
But it was so much though because we had Mike D producing. We was fucking with Superstar O.
Yeah, you guys had dope beats, bro.
Yeah, we had a lot. That's what I'm saying, bro. It was so much going on.
Was you fucking with JR also?
Oh yeah, JR exclusive.
Yeah.
Man,
See, I know who's out there in the city. They may not know me, but I know them. That's
yeah, JR exclusive, man.
You know
but man, we was making a lot of noise, man. Like that was a great time. Great time in history.
Was doing your shit, bro. I respected that. Like I wanted to be that. Like I wanted to build something like that, and that's what I eventually got to that. But yeah, I mean, just think about it, bro. Like the roster of people I got, the people just in the city, bro. Like I got 1 day a week I'm able to record people, and it's just like if you don't book 2 weeks in advance, it's hard to
keep
fuck
it going.
with that. Yeah, matter of fact, I got a new artist too. His name's Shawnee Boy, or Shawnee. That's Chop Chop's cousin. Nah, not D Shawnee. Just Shawnee. He's a young boy.
Shouts out to Chop too. Chop.
Yeah.
Chicken Chop.
Yeah.
Yep.
Chop. Yeah. That's the homie too.
Yeah. He man, Chop got some good work too. So you signed his cousin?
Yeah. His cousin.
Okay, so let me ask you this real quick. Just to do artists like veer away from like real like business, like when you say you signed them?
Most artists don't know business. That's why they come to me. You know what I'm saying? Like majority of them don't realize that there's different organizations that collect their money. Like everybody for the most part's got an ASCAP or a BMI, and they think that's the be all end all.
No, they think what it is
and then the distribution.
Kid.
Distribution gets it. And then that's not what it is. I mean, they get some of it for you, but they don't get everything for you. Like the majority of our checks come from the Harry Fox agency. You know what I'm saying? Up in New York, those are people that collect your publishing and stuff for you. You know what I'm saying? Collect a lot of royalties for you around the world.
Right. So you are putting artists in a position where it's more than just DistroKid and streams.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's other avenues to collect money. I've been trying to fuck with getting people in the movies, TV shows, stuff like that. You know, there's a lot of shit that you can do musically that's just not putting it out on online and it collecting cyber dust, you know what I mean? Which is unfortunately what a lot of artists do because they don't understand the marketing part of behind the music.
Exactly. All right. So to sum it up real quick,
Yeah.
What's the best way for an artist to lock in a security of like residuals and income and everything like that? Like
To keep stuff coming in?
yeah.
Man, off of music? Because
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, like...
Oh, well, I mean...
Music's not where it's at no more, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? The streaming and stuff like that's done killed the music industry. Like, as far as, like, the money goes. Like, long term, it's a good thing. But short term, you ain't seeing no money off of it. But make sure your publishing's good. For sure, you want your publishing right. You want to make sure you got your copyrights. And then... you want to make sure you sign up through the agencies that collect for you. And then that way your children will be making money off of your music. You know what I mean?
Explain that.
So when you die, your music don't die. It's out there online on Spotify, Apple, or, you know, Tidal, wherever.
Yeah.
As long as those are still going, then, you know, your kids can still collect as long as you got that copyright in there.
You got to hear
those expire after a while. So... You know what I'm saying? Like, your copyright's only good for so many years. And then after that, and it's so many years after death. Maybe, I don't know the exact number. I want to say it's like maybe 8 years. It might be 20 years. I don't know offhand. But after death, those do expire. But they can go in and reapply for them. You see what I'm saying?
What, the person that's like
running
it?
executive
Yeah, okay.
or whoever. You know what I'm saying? So that's where a lot of the older artists... their families got kind of took on that because nobody knew that stuff expired.
Mm-hmm.
In the music industry, obviously, they're not going to tell you because they're making money off of it. So record labels ain't going to tell you shit. They bank on the fact that you're ignorant. You know what I mean?
They bank on the fact that you're ignorant.
Right.
Yeah.
Because, that's a fact.
Yo, that's something that got to be heard for sure.
That's a fact. They want you to be dumb as fuck because the dumber you are, the more control they got over your money.
Yep.
That's why a lot of artists go broke. That's why a lot of artists that's been signed come to me for advice. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of artists that are signed don't know what the fuck they're signing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They don't got the proper
structure. Right. In my contracts, I put in my contracts that I get whatever the percentage is that we agree upon. And then that's good for anything in the damn universe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know when they're going to go to bars. I don't know when they're going to go to, you know what I'm saying, the moon or whatever, you know. But, like, take, for example, De La Soul got raped on streaming because...
They just, got bought out from Amazon, right?
Right. But
they wasn't on no streaming platforms.
That's because they sued. Tommy Boy was making all that money off
Boy
the
Records.
streaming.
Yep.
And none of their artists was getting paid. And I'm just using them as the example because that's the more public example. But when those artists from the 80s and 90s signed them deals, they were record deals for albums sold and CDs sold, tapes sold. They didn't foresee a future where they were streaming and stuff. So you always got to think
that's
ahead.
Fucked up,
so
man.
I also got any future technology in my stuff.
So anything that
so they can make anything that's new that's in my contract.
Man.
So that's some stuff that people ain't thinking about. Like you ain't thinking 10 steps down the road.
Yeah,
you gotta
think progressing.
Yeah, you gotta think future. You know what I mean? What's coming out next? I mean, I don't see streaming going anywhere right away, but here before long, I mean, they're already thinking about microchipping people.
Yeah,
so that shit could be like sent to you through your microchip or something, and you ain't even got to stream. You know what I'm saying?
That's too wild.
Right. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there that you know what I mean that could happen, but I make sure that I'm covered if it does happen.
But and that's dope too for you to have that in your agreements of anything new that's building up within the music, like you get a part of that. That's
right, because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like I said, the artists in the '90s didn't foresee streaming. I'm sure. I mean, not to put names out there, but like, that's what I'm saying. You don't.
Yeah.
You don't know what's next until they tell you what's next. You know what I mean?
For you to drop the microchip shit, like that's
Yeah.
definitely something that might be.
Yeah. So
Like,
I mean, there's always like some.
I don't know how
yeah.
you can monetize the microchip, but that shit is
I don't know, but there
definitely
might be,
happening.
There might be some kind of streaming that you can do from that. I don't know how that would work, but I'm sure they got it figured out, and it's probably coming soon. You know what I mean?
Nah, for sure.
Yeah.
Man, all right. So before we wrap up,
Yeah.
I ask everybody this:
Yeah.
what is a good quote or a piece of advice that you live off of?
There's a difference between respect and popularity.
Explain.
No,
It's not a wrong answer, but I
No.
love that though.
Well, just because you're popular don't mean you're respected. You know what I'm saying? Like, take for example, 6ix9ine. Just for an example, he was extremely popular in his day. You know what I'm saying?
But he wasn't respected. Yeah.
He wasn't respected. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's why I move so low key. Like, the guys that know me respect me. You know what I'm saying? The artists, like the T Hunts, the Bigs, the Blunts, the Bad Newses, the DeMarcos. Those guys respect me because they know what I can bring to the table.
Yeah, like you said, you're very low key with it.
Yeah, I'm super low key with it. Like, I don't go looking for artists. Artists come to me. You know what I'm saying?
That.
So that's something else. Like, I don't move for nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't move for people.
But you always give me that vibe though. You always like being in your own lane. Like,
yeah. Like,
I think that's why we rock good with each other though, because I respect how you maneuver with it, like just
I just
through life.
I just
you know
do
what I mean?
I just do what I do, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no plan to it. I don't wake up in the morning and say I'm gonna do this, and this. Shit just falls on my lap. Like, I didn't wake up this morning thinking I was gonna have a deal with Hulu to where I can advertise on that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That shit fell in my lap.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of shit that if you're doing your business right, it will just fall on your lap. Bro, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, look, you know, like for instance, G Field that was just in here.
Yep.
You know
Shout out to G Field.
I don't know G Field, but I saw the interview. Dope individual. I'm sure a lot of that shit that he was talking about just fell on his lap. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he works really hard. You got to work really hard. Don't get me wrong. It's not like you just put the shit on cruise control. I mean, you're setting you're setting yourself up.
Yeah.
You're setting yourself up so that later on down the line
it's gonna make sense. Yeah,
right.
like, I mean, even with me though, like, people don't understand how much work I put in
right
on the back end. You know what I mean? And CEO PESO came from, just taking advantage of opportunities and making the best of it.
Let me give you your flowers, bro. Like, for real. Like, I saw PESO before he did the videos, all that stuff. Like, look, my guy was at UPS struggling, and he tells me one day, look, man, I ain't built for this. There's something better for me out there. I'm about to take my ass down to Orlando and go to Full Sail. And what I tell you, I was like, I told bro, man, do it. Do this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah.
I'm proud of where you're at. I'm proud of, look, I say this to everybody that I've seen grow. I am proud of where you're at now. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it, yeah.
Because I've seen the growth. I know what it's been like to struggle like that. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't know that you struggled to get from here to there because they just see the success. They don't see the struggle. Yep. You know what I mean? I saw all that. So, and even though we weren't like kicking it or nothing, that doesn't mean I don't watch that. You know what I'm saying? I watch to see how people struggle. Prince the same way. Prince Visuals. Man, I've been rocking with that dude since he first. As a matter of fact, Teeth bought bro his first camera.
Oh,
to
word.
Shoot us a video. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Shouts out to Teeth, man.
Yeah, that's a little bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just proud of all you guys that are in the city that are really just making noise and doing your thing, and just keep doing it. You know what I mean? Like music. Like, here's another jewel for you. Is set up your exit strategy if you're a musician. And what I mean by that is take advantages of all, not opportunities, but all the people you meet. And what I mean by take advantage of them isn't like being shysty towards them, but what I'm saying is set yourself up so that when there's an opportunity elsewhere, you take advantage of it.
Get on it.
You're setting yourself up later in life. Music is just a way to gain fame to leverage into other situations.
Yeah. Nah, and that makes sense. Like taking advantage sounds shicey as fuck, like you
Right,
said,
right.
but it's really just like if the opportunity presents itself, like you have to go for it.
Yeah, you gotta jump
Like
on it.
I have lived my whole life off of that. Like
Right.
when people let me sleep on their couch, that's opportunity. When people let me shoot their first video, whatever, it was opportunity. Like I literally just jumped on every opportunity.
Yeah.
So y'all need to understand that though, for real.
Yeah, just take advantages of all the opportunities you get because you may not get another one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Goddamn
real
right,
shit.
man. Goddamn right.
Yeah.
Yo, bro.
Yeah.
It's very informal.
Hey, thanks, bro. I appreciate you.
Nah, for sure. I mean, I love it though, man, because this was like an unexpected friendship that I really appreciate.
Yeah.
And people gotta hear it. Like,
Yeah.
they gotta hear it, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate you for having me on, bro. Real talk. I saw, as a matter of fact, I saw the first thing you ever recorded, as far as I know, and it was my man Walt kicking Ricky Shockey in the head in the break room. You videotaped that with your phone.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Whoa, in the break room at UPS?
Yeah, UPS. They was in there messing around, and Walt was the older black dude that knew karate.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Ricky was fucking with him, and he kicked Ricky upside the head.
Wait, Ricky was a white dude?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Ricky was the dude that played football at Fairmont. Thought he was, got kicked in the head.
Yo, you just fucked me up with that.
Yeah. You recorded that shit on the phone. I remember trying to get the video of it so I could make fun of him later.
I don't know what happened. That
I'm
had to
sure.
be the first iPhone that came out, man.
Yeah, it was probably way back, but yeah. I was just gonna tell you I witnessed the first thing you recorded. I thought that was pretty funny.
That's pretty fucking dope. That's great, man.
Yeah.
Man, bro. I don't know, man. I've been infatuated with the videos for a minute, but
yeah, you didn't even go to school for videos. You went to school to be a music manager.
Entertainment business. Yep, entertainment business. Yep.
Yeah.
And shouts out to Ryan Lightborn. In Orlando, Florida. I think he back in the Bahamas now, but
okay.
Yeah, he definitely gave me my first kick on videography, and he sold me a camera. We was driving back from Tampa to Orlando.
Yeah.
And that was like my first like DSLR I bought.
Okay.
Man, thank you, bro.
Yeah. Shout out Tank. That's my guy too.
Why Tank?
Yeah, White Tank's my guy too.
Man, bro, you keep dropping, bro. You gotta, bro. You dropping too many gems.
I'll be playing fantasy football and basketball with White Tank.
Yeah, I'm there now to call him on three-way real quick.
Kicking my ass at it.
Nah, Tank, that's the homie too, man.
Yeah.
But man, thank you.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you.
Yep.
Informal. You just fucked me up with the break room video, but
yeah, it's all good.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you still just vibe with me through the years, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like,
I'm just glad we had an opportunity to link up at DeMarco's video shoot he had last summer.
Yeah, you was big UPS fresh.
Yeah. I came straight from work. I came straight from work to the video shoot just so I could be a part of the video shoot. Like I wasn't in the video, I just wanted to be there to support.
You was there chilling. Yep.
Yeah. So that's what's up, bro. I'll let you go. I know you got shit to do.
Man, we chopping it up, bro.
Yeah.
Dreamers Organ Podcast.
Yeah.
Please keep on dreaming. We out this bitch.
We out.
Dreamers Welcome Podcast.